going on, folks? I'm Hope. What's going on, man? What's going on, folks? Turn this down so y'all don't get no echo. I'm Hope. We doing some more cut critics. We're gonna go ahead and get the critiques going. I think I might have maybe one or two people that wanted to go live with me in like interview mode. But other than that, we're just gonna chop it up kind of like last night. I don't know if you were on last night. I can't remember. The time goes by so quick. I promise. Also, yes. Huh? You going to bed? Mm-hmm. It's my little youngster. About to go to bed. Give me a love you.
I too.
Alright, sweet dreams. Make sure you go pray.
Okay.
Alright. Good night.
Good night.
Shut the door for me.
Okay.
And my little guy going to bed. I'm gonna move my camera up a little bit. So that way it don't appear that I'm looking down so much. Because I have a tendency to look down at my screen. Let's see. Let me get this thing situated. I'll just try not to type on it as much. Because I know it's going to shake like everything over here. And just like that, the weekend is over. I'll be back to work tomorrow. Can't believe it. It goes by way too quick. I was like cleaning my room up and all kind of stuff. Set all this stuff up. Chill, play the game. Joski, what's going on? Nathan, what's good, bro? Oh, you said you missed the last couple days? Yeah. We was just kicking it, man. Just got on, let people ask whatever questions. Pretty much the same thing as usual. I think the day before that, I was asking more questions. I had some questions for the group, and people just kind of told me, responded to whatever. And then from there, we just kind of freestyled, But I got to say thank you guys for joining these lives, because when I do church, I had to teach, what's today? Monday. So I had to teach yesterday, and it just went so much smoother because even when I do church, it's online for like Zoom. So in my class that I teach, like it was just so much easier just to talk and just relax, because I've been kicking it with y'all every night for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So thank you guys for that help. Warriors or Magic? Are they playing right now or something? I'm sorry, Carlos. I don't watch TV, bro. I don't watch much TV at all. Let me check. Now you got me wanting to see what you talking about. Now I gotta look it up. Sorry if my screen starts shaking or anything like that. Hopefully my image stabilization kick in. Oh, I got my phone. Let's see. Warrior score. Oh, so they about to run. Well, let me... Bro, don't ask me no questions like that. The Warriors is 19-4, and the Magic are 5-19. So, of course, I'm going to ride with the Warriors, even though I don't like the Warriors. They was cheating putting Kevin Durant on the team. But I got a better question. iPhone or Samsung? What are you guys? Are you guys Samsung people or are you iPhone people? Or whatever phone? What phones do y'all got? Everywhere I go, I have to argue that Samsung is a better phone. Oh, you said I should do a tutorial on my son? You've seen, well, I don't know if you saw the video. I did both of my sons in the same video. I cut their hair 5 minutes each. So it was like how to do a 5-minute fade. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. You know, you just put the hair up, pin it up or whatever, and then fade all around the side. And I do it really quickly. Okay, so we got 2 iPhones and 1 Samsung. I got a Samsung right here. So, therefore, my wife right there, she has a Samsung. She talking about iPhone maybe. But she may be switching here. That's why she said that. Actually, most likely she's switching. And I have 2 phones. So my business line is my iPhone, and then my Samsung is my personal use. So, uh-oh. And that would be my Apple phone. What's going on, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, send me the link.
Okay, I'll send it to you right now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so I got my boy David Ward, the one I did that taper fade on. He actually wants to go live. So I was asking you guys last night if anybody wanted to go live with me, but y'all didn't want to. He said today that he would. We had a really good like Q&A going last year around this time that was pretty fire. So he likes to talk, and he does he's a barber as well. So let's see. Let me get him this link sent over. Copy that. It's funny because I don't use my Apple products like that since I switched over to my PC. So now I'm like trying to figure out everybody's info. But I did edit I did a 50-second video today that I edited on my Mac, and it was just so much easier to use. Just because I used that for almost 2.5 years, I was editing on there. So I know how to, the software just comes very easily to me. Let's see, 478. Sorry, I'm trying to get this information sent over to this guy. Compose, message. Fine. Well, what kind of topics? What's going on in y'all mind? What y'all want to talk about today? So we got Warriors or Magic. Are the Warriors cheaters? That's what I want to know. For getting Kevin Durant just to beat LeBron. I would say yes, but I want to hear from y'all. All right, and somehow I managed to get this sent over. So Cannon, get that over. All right, so while we wait on him to get on in here, it should be done pretty smoothly. Only thing is I got to be able to hear him. So let's see. I do got some headphones. Give me just a second, guys. My bad. I should have hit y'all with some music or something, or a little 3-minute countdown. Deadstock Barbershop will return shortly or something like that. All right, so I see my guy in there. I ain't never plugged these into this computer, so let's see. Something's got to go. Okay, I just took out some of my light. Nope, gotta have that. Just let me know if you guys hear like an echo or something. Let me bring him in.
Much.
Hey, hey, what is that? You got a little turkey in your hands?
Oh yeah, man. You know, little Thanksgiving turkey. It's weird 'cause I'm watching. I got you on YouTube right here, so it's the delay is throwing me off.
Oh man, I can't hear you talking. Hey, talk, Ward. Let me see if I can hear you.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can't hear you, bro. You
I
you
don't
on
know.
your phone? What are you on?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. You're not muted.
That is so weird. I can see that you're talking on the app.
Oh yeah, man. You know, little Thanksgiving turkey.
Okay, I can hear you on the YouTube, so they can hear you.
They can hear me
So
on
that's
YouTube.
weird. Yeah, I can hear you on the replay on YouTube, but I can't hear you on coming out of my computer.
Y'all gonna learn about dead stock.
I hate to
Is
give you the boot, bro.
I guess so,
You and
man.
the baby.
I don't know why they can't. Why you can't hear me? Hey, Discord.
Huh. Add right. Hello?
Discord.
Say it again?
Jump in Discord.
No, I'm on the computer.
I know you can still talk through Discord, though, can't you?
Okay, so turn you on my Discord so I can hear you through there and then okay. All right guys, we're going to hit this 3-minute countdown and I'll be right back as I hop on my other computer really quickly. It won't be that long. It's already turned on.
Never tell much, never tell much.
Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. Save. All right. Did you leave out of the thing, Ward?
No, it's black now, though.
I don't see you. I think you gotta click on that link one more time. We're gonna
Okay.
try for one more minute. If I can't get you in here like real smooth, then we're just gonna scrap it.
All right, cool. Probably because I'm on FaceTime. Let me end this call.
Yeah, get off of that. So he's on the FaceTime, so it made everything kind of mess up. But I'm gonna get this clock ticking. Let's see. Get that countdown going. And I'll be right back. Hey, Ward, can you hear me? Testing. Assign. Guess one. Add last. All right, there we go. Did you join the Discord? Because I cannot hear you over there. So on your headphones, you should be on the game plugged into Discord. So that way we all can hear you. They can hear you already through the system, but I can't for some reason. So I need you to be on Discord. I'm looking at the other computer. You're not in there yet. 30 more seconds and I'm kicking you in there, baby. Kicking y'all out. All right, so anyway, while we wait on him to get that figured out, Trender Gill, tell me, how do you translate your amazing haircutting talents into Call of Duty? All right, so we got one of these guys on here is Trender Gill. That's my customer, and so he's also someone that I play Call of Duty with, and I'm usually carrying him. So now he wants to get in here and be pretty funny, be a funny guy. All right, what else? What are we talking about? What's up, Q? Q on the photos. Yeah, man, Warriors, they had to go and get KD, man. That's so trash, bro. That's so trash. Guest is in guest room. Hey, can you hear me, Ward? Can you hear me?
No.
You can.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh.
Okay.
I can hear you on the live. I got my phone pulled up so I can see you.
All right. So
Can you hear me?
I got him on the audio. So now we got to get him in the video. This was not that hard last time.
It wasn't at all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to split these screens. Okay, I don't know who I just added, this invisible man. Okay, there we go. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I got your live pulled up so I can just.
Okay. All right, and can you guys let me know in the comment section if you can see us both and if you can hear us both? Please. Give me a thumbs up or something if you guys can hear and see us both.
I'm watching you live right now, but there's a delay, so.
How much of a delay would you say?
Maybe 20 seconds.
Okay, I'll refresh my screen as well, because mine was way delayed. All you see is me, right?
Yeah, all I see is you.
See, that's the weird part. So on my screen it's showing. Oh, this is so annoying. What up, Jay? Mr. Blend, sir. Okay, guest is in green room. How do I get the guest out of the green room? Hey, last year I did this one, and it was so simple. Remove from green room. All right, are you still in here, Ward?
Yeah, I'm still in here.
What do you see on this end? Cause on my screen here at the house, I see us both. Preview mode. This is frustrating.
You want me to reset it?
Nah, it's something on my end.
This why people don't need technology, man. I'm too old for all this.
I know. Let's see, publish.
Okay, I think I'm in now.
Oh, I have so many pop-ups on the screen. That's why I like running
Come
my
on,
PC because
man.
I got two screens and I can see everything. Oh my god. All right, we got it. We got it. All right, man. Come on, bro. Don't be ghetto, bro. Get on my live picking your beard out and stuff
Hey, man.
with no haircut.
Grooming. That's
Y'all
what
see
it's
this
all
dude?
about.
He ain't had no haircut since we did that video together.
Yeah, I really haven't.
That's sad. That is sad, bro. We talking about like 3 months.
Yeah, it's been about 3 months.
Okay, so see if y'all look down there below the 45 on his Tune 45 shirt, he knew he was going live, so he wanted y'all to know he hang with them
Bro,
boys. So.
this shirt got stains on it and everything. I had this thing on all day.
Come on, man. You know I was video chatting with you earlier. I know you had it on. I gotta mess with you. But look in his hands. Y'all see he got that little baby down there.
2 days. 2 days old.
That's crazy. So how does it feel to be a father after how old is your oldest?
12.
So
Just
after
turned
12 years, now you holding a baby. Just yesterday or a few days ago, you was holding a game control and some clippers in your hand.
Hey, don't get it twisted. I still got the game control. Actually, you can just lay it right there on top of them. Boom. We here with it. Sticks.
Now, just so y'all know, man, this is my guy right here. He named his son after me, and I'm pretty grateful because he didn't have to do that. So, show him little Chris, man.
It's definitely not little Chris. Hey, man, tell Nathan to get out the comment section talking about the whole bean haircut situation.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They don't
Thank
know
you,
the
Nathan.
story.
See, Nathan the day one. He know.
All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes, man.
All right, so come on, man, get that control off that baby before somebody calls CPS on you.
Hey,
That baby
call
4
it.
days old.
2.
2 days old. But look, so you as a barber with a new baby, what are you going to be doing? What are you doing with your customers? How long are you taking off? Like, what are you going to do when you have a new child?
I'm taking a month off of work. I'm taking a month off of work, and then when I go back, I'm only working Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Wow, that's not a lot of work. So are you like $100 a cut or what's going on?
No, my average ticket is like $45, right around $45, and I can do. When I move my schedule to then, I'll probably start grinding a little bit more and putting, 15. But right now, I'm only doing like 8 to 9 a day. That's what I'm trying to do.
So you want to do 15 haircuts a day?
Yeah, for 3 days a week.
How you going to do that? Does the shop have that flow to support it?
I have my flow to support it. But yeah, the shop does have a high walk-in rate, but I really don't cut a lot of walk-ins anymore.
Oh,
I've been there for two or 3 years, 2 years. So I kind of grew my little clientele. And right now, while I'm off, I recommend it to them to all the other barbers, and it works out great.
Hold on. So you saying that you sent your customers to other barbers?
Right away, straight away.
You not afraid that they not gonna come back?
Hey, man, you worry about your. Never mind. when you do it right, you ain't worried about what they doing.
When you do what right?
That's
What are you doing right?
when you do your thing. I wouldn't say other barbers can't cut hair better than me, but a lot of times barbering isn't necessarily about how good the haircut is. It's a personality thing. So when I recommend my clients to barbers, I do it off of personality, not just the haircut.
Mm,
I have clients that I know love to talk, so I send them to barbers that talk. I have clients that don't like to talk at all,
yeah,
so I send them to barbers that don't talk at all.
bro.
I have clients that don't care about the haircuts at all, so I send them to the new guy.
You know, I don't even think about it that deep, bro. Like that's fire right there. Cause like for me, I was telling them yesterday or a day before or something like that. Like I'll send them to somebody I know that can give them the service that they want. But I really wasn't thinking about like the complete service that I provide, which is the personality aspect of matching them up with a personality similar, like or similar to theirs, I should say. So man, you got a
Man,
talker,
that
send
comes
them
to
to a
working in
talker.
the. I work in a diverse shop though. I mean, I got a Bulgarian girl cut hair next to me. I got a country kid from the sticks in Kentucky. I got some Puerto Ricans, an old Dominican dude. So I mean, it's somebody for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. So how's that atmosphere?
It's sometimes with big shops you run into issues with a lot of different personalities. Not everybody gets along.
Right.
But, every shop has its issues. So you just take it and keep it moving, man.
And how long
Can't worry about the next person.
how long you been cutting now?
Uh, I got my license. I graduated December 4th, 2016, and I got my license January 2017. So only a couple of years,
Okay. So
4 years, 5
what's
years.
what's some
What's the
advice you can give to these guys? Because a lot of these guys in here are younger. Either they're young barbers and they're new to the industry, or they're aspiring barbers and they're looking to get in, but they want to kind of like they want a heads up on what to expect coming in. So what's something that you can say to these guys like what's some advice that you would tell them or to your younger self if you could talk to yourself going back and you know
All right.
how would you work that?
The advice I would say is research the shop you're trying to work at. If you're in barber school, start researching shops while you're in barber school.
Hmm.
My first shop was great for me. It was a high walk-in rate. So me walking out of barber school, I walked straight into a full chair. I had no skills at all. I was jacking people up, but the shop had a great reputation, so the flow was there. It was just my job to get good enough to bring those clients back. Also, don't go to a shop just because booth rent is cheap.
Hmm.
Most of the time, if booth rent is cheap, it's a reason it's cheap.
Like
You
an
know what I'm saying?
apartment.
A lot of people are like, oh, I got $75 booth rent. Like, bro, this is 2021. Who's charging $75?
How much are the
100
haircuts at a $75? You know what I'm saying? They talking
Exactly.
about $10
You can do
haircuts
$8
or
haircuts.
something.
You know what I'm saying? So, and research a shop like you're a customer. When I moved to Fort Walton Beach, Florida, I got on Google and I looked at the highest rated shop in town. I went to their Instagram. I hit up the owner, and I already had all my work on my page. So he already saw my haircut. So I had my portfolio basically. So when I hit him up, he's like, okay, when do you want to start? It wasn't a long, drawn out process. And I mean, it's just transparency. Tell
How
me what
did you
can
do
live
that
with.
as a new barber going into old world because you didn't have a portfolio yet? You didn't have
So as a new
a
barber
skill
going
set.
in the old world, what Steve was doing out of the old world, he was going to barber schools and recruiting barbers straight out of barbering school. He would go and do like free haircuts and free classes and recruit the top. He would look to see who's paying attention in barber school, and he would recruit those people.
Hmm.
So I was not one of those people paying attention. I was a trouble student. My boy Grant Cranford was. He cuts hair in Georgia still. Great barber. He recruited him, and he was actually a class behind me. And I was like, dang, this dude got the job. So what I would do is if I wasn't in his class, I would go intern basically at the barbershop. I would go up there and cut hair. I mean, I'd not even cut hair for free. I would answer the phone for free, sweep for free. Hey, if you need a Red Bull, I'm going to get you a Red Bull. I was a new boy.
And how much was you getting paid to do this?
$0.
So you did an internship at the biggest barbershop in town.
In my city at the time, yeah, I did an internship, and it worked out though because I kept showing up, right?
Yeah.
So one day, I'm gonna tell you the name because her name is Dana. She's a great barber now. She's a phenomenal human being. You know, she's one of my. I call her a friend. But she was a little uh, troubled back in the day. So she would always go out and party, young people. So one day she didn't show up for work, so she ended up getting fired. And I was
Hey,
just there
don't be
answering the
naming no
phone.
names, putting people on blast like that.
Hey,
People don't.
she is one of the most popular barbers in Warner Robinson to this day, and she's killing it.
Yeah.
So it's no salt to her at all. We're barbers. We're all reckless. I mean, not all of us, but So she got fired that morning, and I was actually working at Great Clips.
Uh-huh.
I had a conflict with one of the girls at Great Clips. I called the owner. I quit Great Clips that morning. I went to intern at Old World.
Yeah.
And the owner was like, "Hey, you got your clippers on you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I took her station that day and I started working just from interning.
Wow.
And since I had been there helping all 14 of the other barbers already, they were ready to put clients in my chair. They were like, "Oh yeah, that's Ward. We want to help him out." I just didn't show up my clippers like, "Hey, give me all the haircuts."
So you made yourself. It's what I was telling them with the Tune 45 thing. It's like just making yourself available, being around. You know what I'm saying?
And be humble.
Yeah, it makes you like. It makes it where you become a part of the team, even though you're not a part of the team, and people expect to see you. So then when you're not around, it's like, hey, where's Anyweather at? Where's
even
Ward
clients,
at?
even clients, like when I started cutting the hair, those clients are like, "Oh, David's cutting hair now."
Yeah.
I'll try him out because they didn't see me. I'm making them laugh. They're coming in. "Hey man, you got an appointment?" "Oh, okay. I see the missus got some new highlights." They know me. I'm family.
That's fire. I don't know anybody that said they did like an internship at a barbershop like that.
I would say some of the best barbers out of Old World started off as interns.
Wow. So
it was that? It wasn't like a real position. It was literally like, I want to be here and I'm gonna keep showing up until they tell me to stop showing up.
Was that your idea, or did the owner say, "Well, you can hang around"?
No, it wasn't my idea. My boy James Hawkins, who is one of the managers of the Old World now, he did it before me. And that joker, he started doing it. And before we graduated barber school, he ended up being one of the managers. Now, he's an OG. He's been cutting hair for like 20 years.
Yeah, I know
James. He moved down from New York.
I know
he
James.
moved down from New York, so his stuff didn't transfer, so he had to go back to barber school.
Oh, gotcha.
So he was chopping it up, and he's a grinder, man. This joker, you talking about 6-figure barbers, this dude is a 6-figure barber to this day. More than 6 figures. I mean, mid 6 figures. We talking about 150,000.
I would say not more than 6 figures, but I know what you mean.
Not more than 6 figures.
More than 100,000 is what.
More than 100,000.
Yeah.
But I just followed his lead, man, and that's what a lot of kids don't do. They follow the leads of people who aren't even successful. So
internship, mentorship has added to your success as a barber today.
Facts.
That's fire. Okay, now you said something in that. You worked at Great Clips. I went to Supercuts. What took you to Great Clips? Were you not good, so you went to Great Clips, or did you say I want to learn something, so I went to Great Clips? You said you were trash.
So here's the thing: when I started at Great Clips, I graduated from barber school. I actually tried out at Old World, like an unofficial tryout one day.
Yeah.
And I was just too slow. I mean, you can't take an hour and a half, 2 hours on a haircut in a busy shop.
Yeah, I would say a shop like that with that structure where you got Jason Patridge in there doing 12, 15-minute blurry fades.
Yeah, you don't have time to be in there taking an hour and a half on a 2 on the sides with a trim on top. You know what I'm saying? So Steve basically was just like, bro, just try Great Clips.
Yeah.
But that's where he started off. So I took his advice. I went over there, and for a month straight, dig this though, I was working at Great Clips. And, Great Clips they're open 7 days a week, and they make your schedule, so you don't know.
Yeah.
What days you're working. So any days I was not working at Great Clips, I was working at Old World. So for 30 days straight, I was just haircuts at Great Clips, haircuts at Old World. Boom, boom, boom. And then, I mean, not haircuts at Old World, but interning at Old World.
Yeah.
Sporadic haircuts. Like if a 4 on the sides or something came in, boom, I would grab it. I was cherry picking.
Mm-hmm.
But what Great Clips taught me is how to get comfortable with my clippers. So when I started cutting hair, everybody starts off and they're like, they're cutting like this. By the time I was out of Great Clips, This thing's flipping, baby. I'm over here talking on the phone. Oh, my bad, baby.
You wasn't on no phone. Hey, put that up for you stab little man in the face, man. That's a
Hey, man.
steel pick.
Doc- And so, but it got me comfortable. So when I went back to Old World, I was able to produce a haircut in 45 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I would call Jason or somebody more advanced over to help me polish it up at the end.
So even then, it's just funny because I see so many parallels between our careers, and I feel like a lot of people take that same kind of path without really knowing it. Not necessarily the Great Clips thing, but just the level of commitment that it takes. Not afraid to reach out to somebody that's been in the industry or that is where you want to be, that, you know, and have the humility side to say, I'm not as good as you, and I know I'm not. Can you help me? Can you check this out for me? Can you, you know, develop my eye?
That's the beautiful part about it, though. Like, you have to be. I feel like if you're in the shop where you're the best person in the shop, you're at the wrong shop.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're at your stage where you've been cutting hair for 16 years. I mean, I expect you to be the best person. But if I'm 4 years in and I'm the best person in the shop, there's something wrong.
Yeah, you ain't going to be doing too much growing.
Even when I left Old World and moved down to Florida, I thought I was good when I left Old World. Then I moved down to Florida and I started cutting hair with Puerto Rican cats. I was like, wait a minute. Some of these cats are doing some different stuff, bro. I'm seeing cats freehand from a skin fade all the way to a 3, seamless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just
on straight hair,
talking, chilling, having a good time. So I started peeping them, and what I noticed is I'm watching them, but I'm real observative. I watch the whole room. So when I'm cutting hair, these jokers are watching me too, and these cats have been cutting hair long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
So that shows a certain amount of humility too. Like that, my boy Pablo, he's like, "Oh, my friend, I learn from you all the time, my friend." It might not necessarily be something about a haircut, but it might be something else I do. My customer service. I've always been good with customer service. I'm just that guy. Because I was never really good. Like, cutting hair never came natural to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, some kids graduate, they just fired.
Yeah.
Just out of school. You're like, bro, Polo Blends is one of them. I'll be watching that cat this hair because I don't know if you follow him on Instagram.
Nah, I got Polo on social media.
Bro, Polo was asking me advice. I was like, I want to ask you some tips and trades.
Bro, there is not one thing that I've joined, whether it's like a Tune 45 live from Shannon, S-Craft Blends, from Sean Cuts Hair. It could be Beam, anything that I got going on. I can just, or it just might be some random person I end up watching on YouTube, and I'm looking in the comments. I always see Polo Blend saying something. Everywhere. I'm like, this dude is going to be the best. He don't got no reason not to, because he's just everywhere. He's taking all the classes and all these different things. I'm just like, and he's just a regular guy out of Canada that just wants to be a great barber, and he's young. I think
he's in Canada.
I think he's in Canada.
Wasn't he in Texas when I was out there a couple months ago?
I
don't was in that class.
He might have been.
But hey, I want to address Donnie Tsunami's comment right there. He said I had a plan of going to Great Clips out of barber school to get my speed up, but I got an offer from a shop owner I couldn't refuse, and he was more than willing to work with me with how slow I am. Luckily.
And also, I want to say hey to, hold on. I want to say hey to everybody. This is my guy, Ward. He is a barber. He's been in the game about 4 years. One of the best guys I know as far as, like, he will tell you straight up, and you're probably going to hear him say it. He's not the best in the world. But it's kind of like what I've been telling you guys, that what he has learned is that what customers expect in a haircut is much different than what barbers expect to see in a haircut. And so he's able to make a lot of money and be in the shop as much as he wants to without even posting the blurriest fades on social media, because we realize that it doesn't take all that. If you want to do it, fine. But I love his approach. We have similar approaches, believe it or not, because like I said, when it comes to YouTube, I make sure I put super details so you guys can see how it turns out, how it transfers from, you know, a head from scratch to a finished product. But a lot of times in the shop, it's not the same. Social media cuts is not the same as barbershop cuts. Just like going and being in a barber battle, those cuts are not the same as shop cuts. So
at all.
Yeah, so we got him in here today, and we just chopping it up. We are gonna do some cut critics, and maybe both of us can go and look over some haircuts.
Critics or critiques?
So it's called Cut Critics. So because it says my name, like Chris.
I got you. I
Yeah,
got you.
you see how I spelt it over there?
Oh, okay. I'm looking.
Yeah,
At it.
yeah.
I was like,
So
oh, this man's illiterate.
nah, man, come on, it's the same old me, man. I ain't tripping, bro. But yeah, so we got him in here. If you guys have any questions, because as you can see, his mind is much different than a lot of your average barbers, typical barbers. This dude is a military veteran. He's got a new baby in his hand, and he's getting ready to take a month off work. And I'm trying to figure out, how can you afford to do that, sir? So,
Okay, how can I? Are you asking me right now?
hey, how can you afford to do that? And whatever you want to talk about, it's your floor, bro.
So how can I afford to do that?
Even
I would
Nathan
say-
knows. Look, even Nathan knows Polo. He says, "Yeah, Polo lives in Canada. He lives near me." See,
Yeah.
everybody
Okay,
know
I didn't know
Polo.
he lived in Canada. I thought that cat was like up the street or something.
But go ahead.
I swore I met him in Dallas when we went out for beans.
You probably did. That's what I'm saying. He be on the move. he trying to get it, bro. He want to be big
and that's
time.
the kind of stuff we're talking about. Like, just be everywhere. When I was trying to be a platform artist or whatever, I was everywhere. When me and Jason were touring, like, we were in 2-3 hair shows a month.
Yeah,
But I just got to the point where I didn't really want to do that. I knew I didn't want to be out on the street, on the road like that. So I stopped chasing that dream just because it wasn't my lifestyle.
yeah. And the pay is not. It's no pay there really.
I wouldn't say no pay there really, but it's not as much as everybody. If a company pays me $500 for a weekend of work,
Yeah,
and I missed $500 at the shop, did I really make any money? And not only did you miss $500,
but you miss your family, you miss time, you miss all kind of things.
I'm not even gonna get to my family. I'm talking about that one client that you missed. One client every Saturday is thousands a year.
Huh?
So I mean, if I go and cut hair for Babyliss or something, I mean the money has to be right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I like what Danny always says from 245. Figure out your reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing it just because you want to be famous, or are you doing it because you're trying to get paid? What are you doing?
Yeah, I went through that phase where I wanted to do it, and then I got out there, and it's like you said, I'm missing a lot more money than what I'm making. A lot of times we got paid in food, and we got paid in like gifts and stuff, you know.
But it's pros and cons to everything, because like even though I might not make as much, I came back to shop rejuvenated.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Like, because sometimes you just get caught up in the monotony, and you just lose that spark, I guess you could say. I mean, you love cutting hair. You wake up and you can't. You just do your little bump of hair in the morning and go and lose your mind.
Say, man, and we gonna keep it clean for
we gonna keep
YouTube,
it
man.
clean. But not everybody's like that. Sometimes you need a little motivation. And those hair shows used to be motivation for me, because sometimes I would get burnt out. Like when I was cutting the old world, I was cutting, 15, 16 a day.
Yeah.
And I know some old heads, back in my day, I used to cut 48 heads. I don't care about that, bro. This is 2015, 16. Nobody's doing. Hopefully you're charging enough where you don't have to cut 20 heads a day anymore.
Yeah.
I would like to believe that barbers are a little farther along than cutting 20 heads a day to make a living. No other profession is spending an hour or 45 minutes on you and charging you $15.
Right.
$20. If I go to a massage parlor and get a massage for 30 minutes, that joint's going to be a smooth $50, $60.
Yep.
Great Clips, Sports Clips is charging $29 up the street right now. So to me, it's weird that barbers are still charging anything under 30 at this point.
So I got this thing where I feel like for newer barbers, at least, I feel like $20 is a good price range on a haircut. I don't have a problem with a shop charging $20 for walk-ins for a basic haircut. But once you start talking about like comb overs, blow dry style, more like stylized cuts, I feel like that should be a little more. But I don't know. That's just kind of like my personal preference.
I don't get caught up on charging for what I do.
Yeah.
I charge them for time.
Yeah.
Because I got tubes on the sides that cost $50, and I got skin fades that cost $30.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes me 15 minutes to do that skin fade, and it takes me, that client might be extra with the two on the sides. It might take me 45 minutes. Or some clients just like to talk. They like their long appointments.
Yeah.
But
That
they
makes
pay
sense.
for those long appointments. You know what I'm saying?
let's get to this question real quick. Hope says,
Yeah, do that.
I'm 17 years old right now. What should I be doing right now? What should my main focus be?
You want me to answer it, or you got down?
I have you guest starring today. Go ahead.
I said 17 years old, your main focus needs to be consistency and producing content for your social media. Because I don't know what state he lives in, or if he has a license or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
I told him they got to
working
get a little bit more specific with the question so we can answer it, and it's more customized and has a real good answer for you.
So I'm going to assume this is the 17-year-old junior in high school
Or senior.
or senior. Either way, he hasn't graduated yet, unless he dropped out. But either way, I don't care. I would say focus on posting content. I think my biggest fault was not posting enough on my social media when I was trying to build clientele. I'm not really trying to build a clientele anymore, so I don't post that much.
Yeah.
But I used to always look at my haircuts and think like, I don't think this is good enough, so I'm not going to post it. But then I got to the point now where I think some of my haircuts aren't good enough, and I have a new client come in. He'll pull up a picture off my Instagram like, hey, can I get this? The picture he's showing me is a haircut I hate. I'm like, bro, I see a line right there, right there, and right there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what we think is acceptable is we're trained to look at this stuff. These clients see shape. They want to look at the shape of a haircut. When you're talking about straight haircuts, it's all about shape. They're not turning the phone to the side and taking a picture of their fade. A lot of new barbers, we always take pictures of the side of a haircut. And what Steve taught me is like, bro, stop taking pictures and posting them of the size of the haircut because your fade looks like trash. Focus on the shape. When a client goes home and looks in the mirror, he sees the silhouette of his haircut.
Yeah. It's funny because you weren't on here the other night. That's exactly what I was telling these guys as I was doing the cut critics thing. I'm like, okay, look at this guy from the front. He looks like he has a mini fro, and it slopes out more here, and then it kind of gives you a nice little diagonal thing here. Then it kind of rounds up, and this side is straight round. And I was like, you want to make sure that as you're shaping this stuff up, look at it from the front, because customers don't know what a blurry fade is for the most part. But he's going to look in the mirror straight on and see that this side don't look like this side. So I can definitely see that why Steve told you that. It just makes sense. I didn't have anybody teach me that, but it just always made sense to me that, man, let me look from the front, because this is where he's going to look. He's going to look at that edge up and see that this side drops down more and this side is doing something different.
With that being said, listen to the consultation, man. I've had clients come in. Yeah, man, last time I got my haircut, it got all poofy right here. Stop the consultation right there. All I'm going to address is this poofiness, bro, because that's all he's looking at until the end of the haircut.
Don't stop the consultation right there, but highlight that in your mind. Highlight that. Because if you can fix that, I've gotten so many customers because I fixed that problem for them, especially when they've gone through their whole life and that area has been a problem. But bro, you come in and say, you know what?
Area first.
Yeah.
In the mirror and be like, bro, you see that right there? They should have.
Yeah,
man.
You got them for life.
I got them. We're done. Wrap it up. Give me a to-go box. We're out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, for the 17-year-old, I would say focus on posting that content so people have something to look at. And then I see Donnie Tsunami just said I took a picture from the side 20 minutes ago. But I used to do the same thing, man. But focus on producing content, posting it on your social media, because that's free advertising. Another trick I learned from one of the barber shows I went to is change your name on Instagram from your actual name to the city you work in. So you go to Instagram right now and type in Fort Walton Barber, I'm the first one that pops up. So if anybody in my city is looking for a barber on Instagram, I'm the first one that pops up. And that's free. So my handle is still D Ward Scissorhands, but my actual name on my profile says Fort Walton Barber.
What I will say to that is it's more effective in smaller towns, smaller cities, because I just typed in like Dallas Barber, and there's so many people who they know that trick now. So a lot of people are doing it. But I remember once upon a time where you can change your name to that, like you're saying, and you the only person. Like, I don't think there's many Fort Walton barbers.
I would still say do it because it's still putting your
I would definitely still do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna catch the fish. Your line ain't in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like
I said, some haircuts you might not think are that great. somebody clicked on it and thought that junk was fire.
Yeah,
I'm sure
so
you've had clients pull up a picture of an old haircut they had, and they ask you, "Hey, can you do this?" And you looking at the haircut like, "Bro, that is trash." Yes, I can do this.
how often are you getting pictures of bad haircuts that have nothing to do? So like what you're saying, it's a picture of something that you don't like, right?
Yeah,
I get people giving me pictures of just terrible haircuts, and this is what they want. I want this cut right here, and it's like Forrest Gump. Like I want that. I want the line and everything just like that. How often do you get that kind of stuff? Because I know it's a lot of people. Like I said, they don't know what a good haircut is. They just like, oh man, Brad Pitt had this in that movie. Can I get it?
they love that Fury haircut,
Bro, how often are you getting that, bro? That Fury haircut is like the most requested bad haircut that I get.
Joker's got curly hair on the sides.
Yeah.
They want a Fury slick back.
I'm like,
I'm over
bro,
here blow drying.
come on.
But I mean, this is what it is. I mean, we're in the service industry. If somebody tells me they want a pickle with hot sauce on it, I'm gonna give them a pickle with some hot sauce on it.
Yes, sir.
You know
yes, sir. That's why I said the other day, it's not about your preference all the time. It's service.
I don't care. I don't care what you got to think about my haircut. I don't care what Chris Bossio thinks about my haircuts. I can care less. Chris Bossio don't pay my light bill. Jay Majors don't pay my light bill.
So y'all see I'm not lying, right? It's not about posting so these repost page can see it. It's just the facts that I'm cutting to impress customers. I'm cutting to impress customers. I'm not cutting to impress the social media influencer barbers because they're not the ones paying you. These people that come in every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month, they're the ones that are paying your bills. So that's the kind of stuff I've been talking about, but it's good to hear somebody else come in. Really quickly, guys, we got 19 people watching and 14 likes. If you guys haven't liked this video just yet, please go ahead and do so now. So
I'm gonna grab my phone charger real quick.
All right, go ahead. So we can get some more people on this live stream. Get YouTube sharing it for us. But War will be right back. But yeah, my guy, all he does is say everything that I've been saying already in a different way, in his kind of way. So it's just true, man. So Moss Money, you know about that. You know about the Fury cut, man. I'll be like, okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Do you want it like this or do you want it like his? And if they say I want it like Brad Pitt's, well, here you go. We're going to leave that line up in there. But if you want it like this other option where I show you that it's done correctly, then we can go ahead and do it. And a lot of the times, most of the times they opt for, oh, if this it's done right way where it's supposed to be faded out, okay, yeah, that's what I want. But you still get them dudes that come in there, they like, nah, I want it just like Brad Pitt's. It's the boss, man. So, what else? I had another question, but I should have been writing it down when you were speaking. Dang, what was it? See, guys, I got to get better at this stuff. See, I'm not much of an interview person. Do any of you guys have any questions for Ward or for me or anything like that? Since we do got them on here.
I want you to address that. Donnie. You said that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me move my monitor down real quick so I can hold my phone up. All right. So I wanted to address Donnie's question down there. Am I coming in chopped up?
You just a little bit like laggy for some reason, but
yeah, I don't know. That was weird.
Hit up what Donnie said, and then we'll go to Nathan.
Okay, Donnie was talking about he was gonna work at Great Clips at barber school, but after barber school, but a shop owner hit him up with a deal he couldn't refuse.
Mm-hmm.
That throws up a red flag to me. I don't know his exact situation, but it throws up a red flag to me because what does this owner see in this kid that's straight out of barber school that he's hitting him with this great deal? Typically, if a owner is hitting somebody with a great deal, it's because that person's gonna be a real asset to the shop.
Uh-huh.
That person has a huge clientele. Something to that extent. But a kid straight out of barber school, what kind of great deals is he giving you a great deal because he needs people in the shop because he ain't got nobody?
Yeah. A guy got me like that.
I had an owner hit me up while I posted a picture of my clippers in barber school, bro. Not a haircut, nothing.
He said he can barely hear you, Ward. They can barely hear you. I can hear you fine in the Discord, but they can't hear you.
What about now?
They said it sound kind of low. You got AirPods or anything?
Yeah. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to. Be right back.
All right. While he's doing that, I'll check out what Nathan's talking about. Nathan says, Chris, one time I had an African American client who had dreads and didn't want to fade. He wanted an undercut with no hair on the sides, but also he wanted a lineup. I didn't want to do it, but I had to. I could bear. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. That's what we're talking about. So that's customer service. That is a terrible haircut. But if you do it exactly how he wants it, it's the perfect haircut because it's on him. It's not on us and what we think about it. That's what Ward was just saying. It don't matter what a Basio thinks or somebody else thinks. It matters what that customer who's going to pay you. It matters what they think. So I feel you. Yeah, they said it was perfect earlier, but it went low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you through the Discord.
Okay, I just want to flex real quick. I just wanted to show them the garage since I was coming down here to grab my AirPods.
What's in your garage? Oh, your Tesla?
I want to show them where it started. The 20-year-old Honda right there.
Okay, look at Ward got his first car right here. Check that out.
17 years ago, it just stores junk now. But then we rotate over. Little Model 3, nothing too crazy.
Man, you make me nervous how you holding that baby, man. Oh, man, you got me nervous over here. Protect his head. You swinging around. You look fake. That's crazy. Let's see. Rusty. He says, totally, I give everybody 1 hour in the chair. I offer refreshments, etc. I'm trying to give all my customers the same experience. Granted, I'm not the best barber, but they get a good service. Question, Ward, can you give everybody the same experience?
I don't try to give everybody the same experience.
And why is that?
Give me 1 second, I'm getting situated back up.
Okay, well, I'll start. Just like if I had a restaurant, I wouldn't give everybody a well-done steak. Everybody is not the same. So what you may be thinking is a wonderful experience for everybody. I give them all an hour. If I'm that guy who my maximum time I can spend in a chair is 30 minutes, but I'll go as far as letting you spend 45 minutes on me. Is that a great service for that guy, Ward? Would you say that's a great experience? If I needed to be out more than 15 minutes ago, but
it's trash. It's a trash service.
That's trash. So you got to make sure that you are customizing your experiences. That everybody gets me. Everybody gonna get, and some people get one side of me. You might get the happy outgoing person, or you might get the let me be quiet and let you talk because you need to vent today. Or you might get to, all right, I need to be serious and give you some advice today. So everybody doesn't get the same service. You'll realize that you grow when you can be all of you when you need to be at different times. But go ahead, Ward. What you got?
Can y'all hear me better now?
Can you guys hear him before he starts? And once we get that answer, hopefully they can hear you better. He said you multitasking. So you got the AirPod on one side, you got me on the other side.
Hey, I got AirPods on both sides.
Oh, and you got it behind you? Them old loud headphones.
Oh, you got feedback?
They said they're getting feedback. Nobody's saying anything as of yet.
Okay.
Well, I just turned this headphone on. Hold on. Let me see. I'll be able to.
Weird. Why am I so low?
You got the AirPod on one side, you got me on the other side. They say it's still very low.
What about now? Like,
I might have to give you the boot, bro. I'm gonna keep threatening you till you get it together.
I don't know why it's low. Do you have me down in the link you sent me?
Let's see. Oh, it says you muted yourself. It says guest has muted themselves. You see it?
Yeah. I just unmuted it.
You ain't supposed to be touching stuff. Let's see.
Maybe they hear me off your Discord.
You think so?
That's
Guest
the
has
only reason it
muted.
should be low.
Okay, so for some reason, for whatever reason, you are muted. Maybe once you put the headphones on, it did something different.
All right, what about now?
On my screen, it still says that you're muted. I'll tell you what. Go out and just come back in.
Yeah, I'll try that.
All right. Click that link. But yeah, what do you guys think? This has been good so far. I like getting different perspectives from different people, and then you, in a way, you get to see how similar everybody is, even though they're different. You know. You guys bring more questions. Okay, I see, Rusty. So you saying your appointments are an hour long. I got you. The time is there if it's needed. I have a. I guess in a way I do the same thing. It's kind of similar. We got Ward calling back in. Let me get him in. All right, so Ward is in the guest room. Let me remove from the guest room. I know how to do that. And guest is in green room. Remove from green room. Is that how I did that?
Yeah.
I guess I did it. I don't know. I'm assuming.
That's weird.
All right, let me know if you guys can hear. Oh, they said you're still low. Bro, what did you do?
I didn't do nothing. Was I low the whole time?
Nah, they could hear you fine. You turn them broke earphones off. AirPods.
I just did.
Is he still low, guys? Is your phone about to die or something?
No, I'm plugged in and everything.
Now I'm over here troubleshooting.
Brand new iPhone.
Bro, ain't nobody ask you about your iPhone, man. Say, I'm doing just fine with my Samsung over here. And my new iPhone that I'm going to get. How do I... Okay. Yeah, I can see you.
I think it's a feedback thing because I'm coming through on your Discord.
Nah, I can't.
Oh, it started as soon as I started charging the phone?
See? See that?
All right. What about now? That might have been it. I plugged the iPhone into my PC, so it might have used my iPhone as a microphone instead of my just iPhone.
What do you guys think? Can you guys hear him now?
It should be straight now.
Make sure that it's not. I think you got yourself muted, bro.
No. What about now?
They said it's still the same.
I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna join one more time.
Okay, I'm gonna get over to these questions, and I don't want to keep everybody waiting. All right, so I'm gonna scroll back up, see what we've missed. Okay. Oh yeah. So Donnie, we were talking about you earlier to see what that deal was that you were talking about. So it says he has people working in the shop. It was an owner that was looking for a barber to fill his last chair, and I would go to different shops to shadow on days I didn't have school. Says so it was. I got Ward getting back in here. So it was more that he liked my drive to get better since I'm an older cat, 32. Let's go. Okay. We got some 30-year-olds in here, just trying to get into the game and just trying to improve as much as I can, any way I can. I think now that you've explained it makes a little more sense. Plus the fact that I know that you're in your 30s, I trust in your discernment. You know when somebody's trying to get you, when somebody's getting over whatever. So
Can you hear me?
yeah, I'm trying to get you in now. Are you in here now? I think you in here now. Guest is in green room. Should you be in the green room or not?
I should be out the green room, I believe.
Okay, let's get rid of this one.
Yeah.
All right. Can you guys hear him now? Oh, they said it was fine.
Bro, what?
Somebody said we hear him fine. Y'all need to stop messing with me. I'm over here struggling. Hey, he don't even know if he still got the baby. He's just doing stuff now.
I'm in the green room still, Manuel.
I know, but I think is it showing up on the oh. Ugh. Let's see. On my screen, it is. Let's see. Guess one, guess two. See, this is why we come in here and we practicing and we getting this live stuff together. We gonna be good. We gonna be good.
It's smoke.
For some reason now it's just showing your picture. It's not. See, guess two. Okay. Now we're moved. Oh, I know what I got to do. I'm not hitting publish. I'm over.
Come on, man.
Oh man. I think that might have fixed it. Okay, so let me know if y'all can see him now and y'all can hear him and all this stuff.
They said, yep.
I'm gonna refresh my screen and make sure that we all in here. You guys take the moment, take some time out to like this video. All right, so I see you on the replay. The audio messed up when he touched his camera monitor. Ward, what are you doing?
I'm not even like on my phone is.
Oh, they said that's okay. So let's see. It's good now. So we're gonna forget that happened. We had some technical difficulties. This is all new. But this is why I'm doing Vlogmas, everybody. The reason I'm doing lives every single day is because I'm trying to build up this YouTube muscle when it comes to going live and posting content and providing more information for you guys. So I want to get to the point where I can bring in other barbers, maybe like some of your favorite YouTube barbers if you want to hear from them, and just kind of grow and everybody get more content and everybody gets better and you guys get to ask questions in ways that you may not have been able to ask them before. And so, Ward, while you were out, Donnie made some clarity about his situation in the shop. And he was just saying, like, the shop was full, but they just needed one last chair to be full. And the deal came is because he was able to shadow the multiple shops as he was finishing up in school. So,
I got you. I think you said he was 32. So
yeah, he's 30.
That plays into it too, man. He has life experience. So
Yeah.
He's not getting finessed by shop owners.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all shop owners are bad people. up, little man? But you gotta be aware of that kind of stuff. Not all shop owners are out trying to grow you as a barber.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Earthy. All right, so where were we at? It was a good question on here that I have to find it now. Setting voice and no, that wasn't it. Okay, I felt like this was a good one. Rusty Blaze says this. Also, what's your take on cutting young kids' hair? We tend to charge less than adults haircuts, but in reality, it should be more because they don't bloody sit still. Rusty, you said they don't bloody sit still. I'm going to assume that you're from the UK. I think I say the same thing, that no kid's haircut should be less than an adult's haircut. I am perfectly fine with charging the same amount because, especially in my situation, now that I'm in a suite and I'm doing appointments only, I can't charge you less for this time. So it's what Ward said earlier. I'm charging for my time. So if I cut your son's hair and I charge the dad $40, I charge the son $30, but they both got 30 minutes appointments, then I just lost $10 because I could have filled that spot with an adult that would have paid full price. So I don't want to lose money just to cut your kid's hair. And I can honestly say people come in and they pay me all the time for their children and they tip still and I charge the same amount. Hey Jasmine, we on live.
Hey man.
You gotta warn her, man. She still got her
Hey,
nighties on.
she look good though.
Say ain't nobody ask you all that, man. This is a kid friendly. But what you think? What's your take? Do you charge less for kids in the shop that you guys are at? Or is it the same price? How do you guys do it?
So we do charge less for kids. This is a shop thing. I don't agree with it, but it's not my shop, so
Okay.
I don't cut a lot of kids either, so it doesn't really bother me that much. And when I do cut kids, I can squeeze 2 kids in a 30-minute appointment. So a lot of times I have like 2 brothers or something. I'll squeeze them both in a 30-minute appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So I can still making that same amount of money in that 30-minute spot.
So you'll charge them, you don't mind charging them less? Because let's just say, just because you can squeeze them both into that 30-minute spot, that could have been $80 in 30 minutes.
I completely agree. This is the fault of my own doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm nice sometimes, and I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I have a lady, she got 7 kids. I cut 4 of them for the price of 2.
Huh.
But I only book her 2 appointments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're knocking them out?
She knows she's only getting 15 minutes of her haircut out of me. You're only getting the quality of 2 haircuts out of me.
Huh.
Out of those 4 haircuts.
And that comes down to the how you want to customize your business. So just because you do that for one person doesn't mean you got to do it for all. Or like for me, there's times where I will let somebody make it on the price, but it's 100% your choice. And that's what he's saying to you guys. It's your choice. She has 7 kids. You can charge her all of that and maybe she won't come, or you can work her a deal and she comes in and you feel good. I'm helping a family out. I'm helping a mom out, whatever the case may be, and it's up to you. Now, if it's the shop and the shop is like, hey, you're going to do these haircuts, you cutting all of them for this price, that's a different thing. But when it's like you making the decision, then it's completely up to you. So I like that. I like that.
Yeah. But to play devil's advocate on the same comment is, I don't go to an expensive restaurant and expecting to charge me less for my son's food. I knew what I was doing when I went to that expensive restaurant.
Yeah.
So I expect clients to do the same thing. Don't come to my barbershop. Like, you walk in my barbershop, it smells nice, we got a nice decor, it's professional. You might get a free drink or whatever. Ain't gonna be nothing crazy going on. It don't smell like weed. It don't smell like nobody's drunk cutting hair. You know you spending money when you come to my shop. Same way with you. You cut in a plaza. It looked like Kim Kardashian and be shopping at. They know they're spending money when they come to your plaza.
Right.
And that's not saying I'm above you or whatever, but I put myself in this position for a reason.
Yeah.
Now, there are cheaper barbers. I got a homeboy, he'll charge $20. Right now, I got a couple of my clients I'm sending to my friend. He doesn't even cut hair in the same shop as me.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to that personality thing. I'm sending my clients to him. I'm like, oh, boom. I know your personality will match with his.
Yeah, you cheap and
Or
he
I
don't
know
mind.
you don't like to book appointments in your last minute, and I know he has a lot more availabilities.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
sending you to him.
All right,
I
so
know
let's
there's some
see.
guys in my shop that can cut their hair, but they're booked out 2 weeks. And these guys like to show up 3 days before, 2 days before a haircut.
Rusty said, haha, yeah, I'm from the UK. I already know. When I seen that bloody, yeah, I already know. Anthony says, but parents don't want to pay more, but it's more work to cut the kids' hair. So for me, people, and I noticed a lot of barbers are, for some reason, I guess they're just like, I don't want to cut kids. And so I get the question a lot, like, hey, do you cut kids? And it's always kind of weird to hear that question because I couldn't imagine not cutting kids. So my answer is always, I can cut anybody's hair who will sit here and get a haircut. So if your kid can sit here and get a haircut, I'm down. I can be very patient with you and your child, but there's a limit to where, you know what, he won't even allow me to do anything else. And I'm going to recommend that maybe you wait a little bit longer before we try this again. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. Or you can just say, you know what, I don't really want to cut your son's hair anymore. I don't know. You can say whatever you want. So,
This is how I worked with it. I learned this from Jason Patrick, matter of fact.
uh-huh.
At Old World, we used to have this big bowl of suckers in the front, right?
Yeah.
You know, kids get some candy on their way out. I saw this cat do this one time. I used to hate cutting kids' hair. Like, I see a kid on my appointment book. I'm like, bro, here we go. And this is back when I didn't know how to cut, so I needed somebody to stay still. So for me to do it, even a 2 on the side was exhausting. I seen that Joker Jason. He had a bad kid in his chair one day. Kid kicking his mom in the face, just doing the most, right?
Yeah.
Most kids grab candy on the way out. They were walking out. Jason said, no, that's for the good kids.
Yeah, yeah. Now I used to hit them
Man,
kids
he
like
was
that
shook.
too.
He was shook up. He was like, oh, wait a minute. But when he came back to that shop, he sat down and shut up.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, barbers and parents, they want to sit there and give the kids candy while they're getting haircuts. The kids punching their mom in the face. You're rewarding them for being bad. So I tell people all the time, I cut kids, but with the disclaimer of, I treat kids like my kids. So you're going to sit in my chair, you're going to shut up, and you're going to sit down. I don't care what you do with your mom or your dad or whatever, but you're sitting in Uncle Ward's chair right now.
Yeah. I think a lot of the moms appreciate that too.
Oh, moms love it. They be looking at me like, hey, you hiring? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it really goes a long way, man. I really do treat them like my kids. And I'm not saying I'm sitting there jacking kids up in the shop or anything, but
Yeah.
we're not going to sit here and do all this over a haircut. It's not hurting you or doing anything crazy. I mean, the kids, talk to them when they have some sense. A lot of barbers already are frustrated before they even start cutting the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids sense that stuff. They see the frustration. They're like dogs. They smell it on you. With me, you sit down and you start doing all that stuff, I'm going to walk away. I'll walk away in the middle of a haircut, walk away, do a lap around the shop, come back to you, knock a little piece off, walk away again. I'm not going to sit here and wrestle with you.
I'm not about to play with you like that. If I got to walk away because you tripping, then it's time to get up.
But see, here's the thing, though. I'm not going past my 30 minutes on their appointment. So when
Yeah.
I get to the end of that 30 minutes, we're done.
Yeah.
If Billy got a patch in the back, Billy got a patch. That has nothing to do with me.
All right, let's move on. Let's
My job
move
is to
on.
provide a service in 30 minutes. It's not my job.
Yeah,
Is not
yeah.
daycare or childhood education. That's not me.
Well, really quickly, do you find that there are more parents allowing their kids to act up now in the shop? Do you see that? I feel like now more than ever, people aren't really disciplining their kids as much as, at least in my experience, and they're just letting their kids do whatever. And I'm just like, really? I got to be the one to be the disciplinary here?
Bro, I've had dads sitting right there.
I hate it.
Mom is sitting next to me and the kid, act crazy. Dad is sitting in the waiting room just watching the whole thing go down. I'm looking like, hey, man. What you want me to do with this? Because I know you see your kid spitting in your wife's face right now. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Things have changed.
I'll put my headphones in, and I'm going to start cutting. I tell parents all the time, I'm going to cut as much as your kid lets me cut. If it becomes a safety issue, service is canceled, and you're still paying for it.
Right, right.
I'm sorry, but if I stab your kid in the neck with scissors by accident, now you're going to be mad at me.
Hey, that's the thing. I had one dude get on me because I was trimming up his son's hair, and then they move, bro. In that corner, that blade went. Hey man, you cut my son?
You put a
Yeah,
patch in his head. Why would
yeah,
line him up and he just jumped out the chair? What you
like
to do with that?
yeah, I did.
I cut a patch in the kid's head. I'm like, hey, I cut a patch in his head. You saw what I did. Like, what you expect me to do?
It's on you. If you can't get them to chill out, let's read some of these other questions real quick. Let me scroll back up. Oh, y'all been going. Okay, Anthony says, "Hey Chris Ward, been cut in for 6-7 traveling to client's house throughout my town. Is 25 too low for my overall price for the service? Not licensed yet. Have my apprenticeship license. The price is whatever you can get, man. For me, I work in the shop all day long, so I don't take lunch breaks. I don't take no breaks. I'm standing there from 9 to 5. And with that being said, if you want me to stay later, I have to charge much more. If you want me to come to your house after that, I got to charge you much, much more. So it's up to you. I don't know what you do on a regular. I don't know if you're solely a traveling barber and you charge $25. It's up to you, man. If you feel like it's worth your time, are people tipping you on top of that? Or it's whatever. There was never a point when I was unlicensed that I charged more than $10, $15. But we're talking about 10 years ago. So I could easily, like, if I was not licensed right now, I'm the minimum I'm charging is $25 minimum. And you gotta take into account your gas when you're traveling, or you going through tollways or whatever it may be. Like, let me have a price in my mind for my haircut, and now let me price in other factors. But one of those factors may be that you're not licensed, so it may make you not want to charge as much as you can. But it's really up to you. Whatever people will pay you, that's what that's your worth. So if you can find people that are giving you $30, $40 just to come to their house and they don't have to go anywhere, then get that, man. Like, by any means, get your $40, get your $50. But if you're cool with 25, or you may want to be like, hey, I'm gonna bump it up 30 because gas is going up, or bump it up 35, gas is going up, then you do that as well. So, what you think, Ward?
I'm gonna just play off your point. And I'm gonna do just the opposition of whatever you say. Just
Oh, go ahead. What you think?
hell no. I'm not charging 25 to go to nobody's house just because I don't want to build that clientele. So if he's doing it, I don't know if he's building a clientele or he's planning on being in the shop one day. But you'll be surprised. All those $25 clients, when you go up to 30, 40, 50, they're gonna be looking at you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I say don't ever start yourself off short, because it's hard to transition those $25 clients to $40 clients.
Is that starting off short though, considering the fact that?
License, so that's the only part I'm kind of like,
Yeah, but think about the people that are that now it's a business to have a mobile barbershop, and you're not going to tell them to be 25.
I have no problem with a mobile barbershop. But
Uh-huh.
I'm saying if you're going to do a service, provide. Me coming to your house to do anything is a luxury. If I want a chef to come to my house to do something, to cook.
All right, but just take yourself back. Take yourself back a few years. Take away That's why I said, like, right now, it's no way. $25. I'm $40 in the shop. But take it from a mindset of a person that is not licensed, and because, like I said, I was going to people's house. I was telling them, bro, your first haircut is free, and after that it was $5. You know what I'm saying? $10. So for me to, if I could put myself in that mindset back then.
So that ain't nothing new.
Shut up, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, so 25, not bad. Even if he was in a barbershop, so he's charging barbershop prices at the house. There's people who are going to the barbershop and the haircut and beard is $23.
But his overhead is still with gas.
Yeah, that's why I say you got to factor in.
You might be charging more than the barbershop, but you're also spending a lot more.
Yeah.
Packing and unpacking your clippers, wear and tear on your tools.
Tires.
I mean, you put
Oil
trimmers
change.
you know how much a pair of Babbler's trimmer blades cost? Like, if I chip one of those on one appointment, put my stuff up, did I really make any money? That blade is $40.
Yeah. I advise you guys that are new, keep those little covers that come with the trimmers, because especially if you are a traveling barber, that thing is gonna come in clutch. Or you can go and get you a pair of like infant socks and just stick that thing over the top. You know, just something to give yourself some protection as you're traveling and moving those trimmers and clippers around, because you're gonna be sick. Like you said, the babeless trimmers, the replacement blade is like $40. Yeah. So
I'm not saying don't go out there and get your money. Like this guy just said, I did a house call for 3 children for $120 before coming to this live. I needed the money. I'm not saying don't go get your money, but at some point make that transition to make it a luxury experience. And when I say luxury experience, I'm not talking about going to nobody's house and giving them a massage and doing all this fancy stuff. I'm just saying that's a luxury. Me coming to your house is a luxury, so treat it as such.
Right.
Anybody coming to your house to do any service is a luxury.
okay, well listen here. Donnie Tsunami says, "How do I find shows and or hands-on classes locally? I'm in Portland, Oregon. Do I just hit up the bigger local barbers?"
Hey, I know a trash barber from Portland, Oregon.
Hey, you not about to do that. You not about to do that.
Oh,
Hey.
Dead Stock, that's his name.
Okay, I thought you were talking about somebody else.
Oh, man.
I was about to say, you ain't gonna do my boy like that, bro. Hey, but Donnie Tsunami, bro, I'm from Portland, Oregon, man. And what I can say is that you got TZ out there. You got, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. But you got a lot of people that are actually coming from the Portland area. As far as the shows there's not major like shows that are happening out there, but there are always classes. Like when Bazio does his tour, you know, when different companies do their tours, they usually stop by Portland. So the best way to find those would be to follow some of those brands on Instagram. You know, just to see, okay, I see Tune 45 is going to go to Portland, Oregon. Let me go.
I said she look good, though, don't you?
Say, man, don't be doing Jasmine like that, bro. So, yeah, man. And then you want to see what the bigger shows are, because you can't beat those bigger shows. Like, the local ones aren't bad, but the big ones, bro, you got to, your shirt glow in the dark? My Tune 45 shirt don't glow in the dark.
No, it just cut off, so you probably, my screen cut off in the background, so you just saw the glow.
Oh, I'm about to say, my shirt don't do that. I got robbed. But yeah, go to the big shows that happen every year. You got Premiere Orlando. You got the Las Vegas Barber Expo, CT Barber Expo. What's some of the other ones, Ward?
Atlanta. Bronner Brothers.
Bronner Brothers.
I don't know West Coast. It's a lot in California. I don't really do a lot of West Coast shows.
What is the one they have in New York? The New York one.
CT?
Not that's bro. CT means Connecticut, fool. The New York.
You know, all that little stuff up there. I'm from New York.
No, the New York show. Oh man, Beam had did it when. What is it?
Is that Marvy Mars thing?
Nah, not that one, but I mean that's one. But yeah, man, just get on social media, bro. That's gonna lead you to shows. That's gonna lead you to people talking about, hey, I'm doing a hands-on class. I'm coming to this state, to this city. Let me know I got a certain amount of spots. So that's a really good reason to follow some of the influencers if that's what you want. Or you got people who actually are like, hey, I'm doing a class here. So for me, I flew out to Tampa to do the 40-hour class with Bazio.
BarberCon, New York.
BarberCon, thank you. So they got BarberCon New York, BarberCon LA. They got one in Texas. They got them in different places. And if you feel like that's too far, then you need to be the one to build up your influence and bring a show to Portland. Because obviously I'm not good enough to bring a show to my hometown, because it's people asking me what they going to do in my hometown. So I'm sorry, guys. Let's go.
I mean, it's all about the networking, man. You get on social media like Tune 45, their Facebook page, the Barber Society is another one. There's a couple different Facebook pages, and they always post that stuff in there.
Yeah, he said, Carlos said Google is your friend. He'd say check Instagram too. Chris, can we react to the Instagram? I thought we were going to do that tonight, but this thing has been going, and I
get to the Instagram, man.
I don't know how to do it on this computer too.
Oh, okay, that's that.
Say.
Man, I'm talking about something.
Oh man, cause I don't know how to share my screen on here, on this computer. It's been so long since I messed with that, but I do want to get to some of these other ones. So tomorrow night, we won't do any guests, and I'll be on my other computer. That way, like I was sharing my screen with you guys last time, and I can do that, and I can show you and all that good stuff. Dang, we so far behind. This boy talking about she didn't have to have 7 kids to begin with. If that lady wants 7 kids, she can have 7 kids. So you said she can.
Okay, and now I'm gonna play both sides like I always do. I always see both sides of the argument. I gave this lady discounts, right? All year. I've been cutting her kids hair for 2 years. Hopefully she sees this live and she hears this. But I look up, she took all 7 kids and her husband Disneyland. That's a family of 9 to a 7-day vacation at Disneyland.
I mean, but she didn't take them. You paid for that with all the discounts over 2 years. So you sent them to Disneyland.
Sometimes are too nice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't afford to take 9 people to Disneyland.
Disneyland did not give her no discounts for a family of 9.
They probably charged her extra. But it's not. I can't. People pocket watch. I can't make my prices off of what I think you can afford. Oh, he drives a Benz, so I'm gonna charge him 50. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, but that's why you set a price and you stick to it. But like I said, man, if you feel like doing it, then it's on you. So it's nothing wrong with it. It depends.
It brings you peace of mind, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't bother me to make $30 in 30 minutes. If I'm making $1 a minute, that's better than most professionals in America. So
Right. And for me, I tried. It's kind of hard. So a lot of people say, man, it's not personal. It's just business. But I feel like even like just in my belief system as a Christian, it's hard for me to separate emotions and people and just say, well, that's just business, because people, if I'm dealing with people, then it's personal. It may not directly affect me personally, but I'm going to think about how it's treating them personally and how I would want somebody to treat me if I was in that situation. So if I got 7 kids, yeah, I may not need a discount on this, but if you have enough compassion to say, you know what, I'm going to bless y'all just because I see what you got going on. Nobody else in the world may treat me like that, but it's going to mean a lot that David Ward always looks out for me for 2 years. And for all we know, it may be one of them situations where that may still be too much for you to charge her personally, but she's like, I'm going to go and I'll still pay him because he's been taking care of us. Or there's opportunities where maybe the cousin could cut their hair for free, but it's like, nah, we're going to continue to go to Ward because he's always blessed us, and I want to make sure we take care of him. You just don't know the other side.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nothing concrete about this job, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a really fluid job. I have clients I charge $20. But I'm cutting their hair every week, so I look at it over a month. My average client is getting a haircut twice. Maybe a lot of straight hair clients are getting a haircut once a month. So if I have a client coming every week to get a skin fade, it's only taking me 15 minutes to redo a skin fade. I'm only charging this guy $20. I'm making $80 a month off of him.
Yeah.
Versus my one guy that comes in once every month and I'm making $40 off of.
Yeah, and that's what I told them the same thing the other night. I got this guy, I did a video on him, an 8-minute ball fade. I charge him $30. Everybody else is $40, but he comes every single Saturday at 8:30 a.m. So he's paying more than someone who comes every 2 weeks and tips on top of that. He doesn't tip, but they tip. And so I feel like him coming back every week is the tip. Let's get back to these questions. Z Luxury Fade says, react to my cuts. Charge full price always. Then he says, nothing wrong with the discount, but it's my choice. Definitely. We're going to react to haircuts tomorrow night. I'm going to change the title of this video, and tomorrow night will be 100% straight cut critics, and we're going to go through and break it down. I don't know if you watched any of the other ones. Oh, that's my boy Zed. Fool, get out of here. So that's my boy Zed. He's a barber as well. He's my customer. He comes every week, Wednesdays at 9 o'clock a.m. We're going to leave that alone. Zed, listen to what I'm saying. Leave that alone. I'm just letting people know who you are. But yeah, he's Clutch Barber. Matter of fact, one of my customers, he comes I see him weekly. It's either him or his sons, and they come Saturdays. But because my schedule is jam-packed, that's the only time they can come. The boys have just started playing basketball, and he won't be able to come. He's a coach as well. So he needs somebody to take care of him. So I sent him Clutch Barber's information. He's like, is he good? Yes, he'll take care of you. And that's what I mean. Like, that is customer service. If I can't get you, I'm going to make sure that there's somebody who can take care of you in the meantime or forever. Because what it's going to do is going to open up a spot. Somebody else will take it. So don't be trying to control your customers. Provide them customer service even when the money's not going to you. But it also goes to my boy. So if they start going over there.
I tell people all the time, bro, it's not just my barbershop. The whole city's my barbershop. That's how I look at it.
There you go.
I want everybody in the city to charge $1 million for hair.
Bro, everybody, if we can get everybody on the same price list, we will be all right. Yeah.
What are you what?
You can't run. Now we control the market. What? Nah, everything's 100. I'm sorry. Where you gonna go? Over there? Well, here you go.
I mean, it's crazy to me. Like in today's world, we still got barbers like, oh man, he charged it. I have one of my clients. I do a fire fade. Now I don't say that about like I don't claim to be the best barber in the world, but the haircut I give this man is fire. I know it is. And he went in the one chain store in the BX on base. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
And some barber stopped and was like, hey man, who cuts your hair? And the guy was like, so and so, so and so. And the barber was like, oh, I can do it for less. Bro, why is that your leading statement as a barber? That's crazy.
I can do it for less than him. I know he charge a lot, bro. What?
My client laughed and told me the story. I'm like, I appreciate you. I told him, like, yeah, you probably can do it for less, but it's gonna be a Super Bowl on your head.
Now let's see what Rusty says. Donnie, I'm 40 on the 14th of December. Hey, happy birthday, Rusty. He said we need to keep going up with these young guys. These youngsters is charging the prices that they done changed the game. I know too many people who are fresh out of barber school getting to it, huh?
When I came out to Dallas, the kids they charging 50 in the school.
At the barber school. So we went to Get Beam's class, guys, and these dudes were talking about when we get out of barber school, we already know we're gonna be charging 40 and 50 because the school is already charging $30 and $40. So I'm like, dang, what happened? My barber school was charging $5. I couldn't even imagine charging nothing crazy. Like, that's so crazy to me. But the young folks is leading the way, and I'm with Donnie and I'm with Rusty. Let's get on this train and get rich because they thinking outside the box. They like, man, I'm not working for nobody, and I'm looking at these rappers, and they paying their barber this and that, and so this is the price. So my guy, one of my guys out here, he charges like, I think he just went up to like $80. But my only gripe with that is these guys that we see that are charging these crazy, ridiculous prices, the service time is usually a long time. So in the time that I could have did 30-minute haircut and made $40 or double that, and I made $80 in an hour, now you're charging $80, but your hour is an hour and a half. So if I spent the hour and a half, then I can multiply mine by 3. So I think that to the youngster, the younger-minded barber, they feel like services equals experience. And the more services they can throw in there, the better the experience, and now I can charge more. So I can charge you $80, and it came with a haircut, hot towel, massager, black mask, and all these different things. But I'm like, every single thing you just threw in there, and you're providing drinks and food. So everything you just threw in there had a value to it. Because if I came into your shop and asked you for a black mask and a facial massage, you might say that those things are $10 each. So now we're looking at $20. And then you're going to put that massager thing on that cost you $200. You don't want to charge no less than $5 or $10 with that. That's another $30. Now we're looking at the price of your haircut. And so now you got to take $30 off of that service. Now you're left with a $50 haircut, which is not bad. But it took you an hour and a half to do all of that. So now your average ticket price is really not, if you go off duration, then it's not really what you thought you just made because you did a lot of services. Whereas for me, I'm like, you want 30 minutes? Here you go. That's $40. You want an hour? Here we go. That's $80. And if you want anything extra, I'll charge you extra. I said it the other day. You don't go into Champs and you say, I want the shirt. Give me them shoes. And matter of fact, throw in the hat, and you think that all of that stuff is coming with it for free, that's going to cost you more money. But the problem is it's not customers coming in asking for more services. It's the barber saying, oh, well, you can get the shoes and the hat and the shirt and all of that for the price of the shoes. It's like, bro, you just gave away so much time and money that it don't make sense for you to charge that way. You'd be better off cutting your time down and cutting that price down to where in that same hour and a half, you could have made $120 instead of making $80 in an hour and a half. But you did so much stuff and you feel like it's worth it. But if it's customizable, so it's up to you, depending on the shop you're in.
And another thing you said though is like you're talking about these guys on Instagram charging $120 for appointments. You gotta look at their life situations too. Look at what else they have going on. People, I'm gonna use Basio for example. I mean, I don't know his whole life. I don't know his pockets or nothing. But he charges $100 for haircuts, and then he does YouTube haircuts for free. But he also has other income from Tune 45 and whatever other projects he has going on. Sure,
Yeah, the academy, real estate,
all
stocks, everything.
So he doesn't care if he makes that $100.
Yeah.
You can go to another celebrity barber's Instagram page, click on their booking link, and see they're not even booked tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
They might charge $200, but they're not booked tomorrow. Is that what you're trying to do? I mean, and then when you're charging those high prices for this long time slot, if you lose a client, it hits you a lot harder than if you lose a $40 client.
Yeah, yeah.
Or a $30 client.
Because you starting small.
Client,
yeah.
I'm over here trying to figure out how I need to call him and figure it out. My light bill this month. My light bill just canceled on me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
So, there's so many different factors to look into.
But nobody puts that in the post when they're making these posts about their prices and they're making these posts saying, you know, showing this celebrity, that celebrity. They're not letting you know the full story. So
I always say if your biggest role model is a Instagram, I mean, not say your biggest role model. If your biggest mentor is an Instagram barber, you might be in the wrong barbershop.
Yeah, yeah.
My biggest role model, and that's why it was hard for me when I started going to barber shows, because I was cutting hair next to a real life beast. Jason is a beast. My boy James Hawkins is a beast. So when I started going to hair shows, I started seeing these haircuts up close, and I'm like, bro, Jason does this in 15, 30 minutes back at the shop.
Yeah.
This joker's been on stage for an hour.
An hour.
I've been up here trying to follow this guy for, just trying to meet him. I just want him to breathe my way. I worship this guy like an idol. And then I met him in real life. I'm like, wait a minute. So I would say don't take your shop for granted.
Yeah.
There's plenty of monsters right there in your neighborhood that
Yeah.
you're not even paying attention to because they don't have 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Two of my biggest influences in my shop was the shop owner as well as the busiest barber in the shop, because I saw how to run a business, and then I saw how to, as a barber, run a business and be very booked up. And it just made me want to be like him. That's why I got to the point where, like, he wouldn't take breaks. Like, he wouldn't take lunches. He'll go back there and eat something real quick. Now, I don't encourage that. But for me, like, I don't take, that's what I'm saying. I don't do it because I'm usually doing, like, intermittent fasting. But before I was doing it. But for, like, that guy, he wouldn't leave. So he'd bring his lunch and he'd eat in the back real quick, and he's back on the floor. And he greeted everybody that came through the door. So I saw things that he did that helped make him successful. And I implemented those things into my arsenal. And before I knew it, I was the busiest barber in the shop because whatever the reasons was, I added everything from everybody that was going to make me better. And before I knew it, I was the guy that never sat down.
That's exactly how James Hawkins was, man. I would, when I first started off, I was like, man, how is he making so much money, man? Because, like, we graduated around the same time. What's he doing different from me? This sucker wasn't taking lunch breaks. He was there all day, every day.
There you go.
He would run in the back, make a sandwich.
Real quick. Hey, them boys bring bread and peanut butter and jelly, huh?
He got bread, turkey, mustard.
Yup.
I kid you not, me, was it? That old world burned down. They caught the laundromat next door caught on fire. We in there cutting, smoke started pluming in from the ceiling. We all running out the store. I was putting the towels in the dryer. I was the one that found the fire in the laundromat.
Yeah.
I run back in the shop. Hey y'all, the shop is on fire. We need to get out of here. Everybody runs out. My boy James still in there cutting.
Come on, man. Come on. Oh, man.
He gets his clippers and everything. The smoke is pluming out the building.
Hey.
James got his time
Cutting hair.
Fire truck pulling up. He's still cutting. And look, he's sitting on the bench with a pack of bread, making a sandwich.
Say.
In the middle of a fire. This is real life.
That boy said, I am the barber shop. It don't matter. That's just a building.
He has maybe 600 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
A monster. So.
Making more than a lot of the influencers. I just got to throw that out there. Remember when we were in Tampa, how much, like, we were talking about, like, do you want to have a conversation about how, like, a lot of it is just not, what you see on Instagram is really not what it may seem. You think some people, you feel like they're doing really good. We'll say that conversation. We'll save it. You remember what I'm talking about? That may be too much. But anyway, let's go to these questions or comments. Donnie says, if Chris puts on I'll put on a mini weather expo in Portland, you coming through? I need to go home, man. Get them expos rolling. Let's see. Let's scroll down some. Donnie says, I did my first repeat client this evening, so that made me feel pretty good. Yeah, it's nothing like having a person feel like this was good. I like the personality, whatever the case may be that brought them back. Because a lot of times you won't know. You may assume that it was a really good haircut that brought them back, or you may assume that it's the conversation that brought them back. But it could have been simply, like, I had one guy, he was like, I saw that Sharps jar on your station, and I knew you were the barber for me. He's like, I've never seen anybody throw away their disposable razors in a Sharps jar. The little red container, like, that made me good enough for him. And he still comes to this day. So you just really don't know. But for whatever reason, he came back. Like, you love it. You love it. Let's go through.
On the flip side, I've had clients, I give them a flawless haircut. They love it. Bro, this is the best haircut I ever had in my life.
Liars.
Never see that person.
Liars. They're liars. They don't come back. If you hype me up too much on the first one, I'm not expecting it, bro. You hype me up too much on first cut, I'm not expecting it.
$80 tips.
Yeah.
Never see him again.
Dude gave me like $130 on his first cut. I ain't seen him since, Ward. I'm like, what happened?
What's going on? What happened? I've had guys tip me $1, and they the most loyal people ever.
Right. Or no tip.
No tip.
All right, let's see. Ward is basically like them kids' stepdaddy. Pretty much.
I like that because I really do. I'm a firm believer in the whole it takes a village to raise a child type situation, man. I really will snatch somebody else's kids up just like they're my own.
Yeah. Let's see. Zed says, facts, because people don't even want to pay for a wash and cut. I'm about to take my shampoo chair out. There you go. You've never, like, I don't use it, man. I stopped shampooing hair. Like, okay, Zed, so you know what my online booking looks like. It's very limited. For me personally, I can do everything, but I don't offer hot towel shaves. That's not on my, I'll just tell you what's on my list. It's easier to show you what's on my list. I got haircut. I got haircut and beard. And then I go after hours, before hours, haircut and design, off day haircuts. That's it. Anything outside of that, I don't do it. I don't have a price for it. So people hit me up, hey man, I just need an edge up. I'm sorry, I don't do edge ups. Like, if you want to come in and get an edge up, then you can book the haircut service. And that's what I have. Like, my customers know it. They'll just book, like, they come in, but I'm just getting an edge up today. But they book the haircut service. I don't want to offer edge ups. Like, I don't want to do a hot towel shave.
Edge ups is if I have a 40-minute spot on my book, a gap.
Uh-huh.
And I book a 15-minute edge up. That 45-minute spot just got broke up. There's no possibility for me to make.
There you go.
$60 off that 40-minute
You just
spot.
cost me money. You might tip $5 on top of that edge up, but you just stopped me from making a haircut and beard appointment that would have been 45 minutes. That would have cost $50, and they would have tipped on top of that.
I have a cleanup option on my booking right now, and I hate it. But that's the shop I work in. But nobody ever comes in and asks for actual cleanup. Oh yeah, just a little quick cleanup, man, like a skin fade on the side.
That's a haircut.
Nothing major.
That's a haircut.
What?
I'll be like, when you say nothing off the top, you think that's easier? Because now I got to blend into that link. You just caused me more work to do.
Yeah, so I try not to do them, or if I see them, I'll try to extend them out, and I'll just change the price.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know my clients at this point, so it ain't no, Ain't no pressure when they come in. Like, hey, I thought it was 15. No, bro, it's 30.
Yes, sir.
No, bro,
Yes,
it's
sir.
30.
Donnie says, not gonna lie, Manyweather is probably the barber I want to meet the most since a lot of the technique didn't really click for me until I watched his videos. Thank you, bro. Like, that means a lot. Like, that's why I do it. Not so you can want to meet me, but so I can help somebody. And like I said in my other video, I want to be like the barber book for people. So I want to be like that. Whatever, if I'm in school, I want to have some additional information that's going to help make me better, because all schools are not going to help. And every shop doesn't have that guy. You may have really good people, but they might not be people that want to help you grow. A lot of people are selfish and everybody don't want to see you shine. But for people like me and Ward, like, we just want to see everybody eat. So I know personally, Ward is the guy in his shop helping out the new people, helping out the lady that come through.
Bro, I do free
You know,
classes at the local
this man does free classes at the barber schools and stuff, man, and at the cosmetology places, man.
Well,
So
matter of fact, we just hired a girl that comes here next to me now. I did a free class for her cosmetology class 2 years ago before COVID.
yeah,
So she's out of cosmetology school, and she cuts hair right next to me right now. And she charges the same amount as me. I'm not working right now, so she texts me. She'll send me pictures of her haircuts on Instagram. Like, hey, what do you think about this haircut? I'm like, hey, do this line better. Do your zero guard right here. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. And I'm like, it's not me being a jerk. Like, she don't take it as me, like, just being a jerk. She just, I critique her stuff.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how you get
No,
better.
she's asking for it. I'm sending you
Yeah.
pictures. I want you to do this. He says this repeat client was someone we spent an hour talking stuff with. Yeah, man. So he's a Navy guy. So yeah, sometimes you do get people just based on conversation. So I said it the other night. You can get a good haircut anywhere, but you can't find me everywhere. I'm in one place. So it might be the personality and the conversation that you have that will keep people coming back, because they drive from far to come and see me. They drive in 45 minutes, an hour and a half from. Think about how many barbershops is in any given area, and they drive past all of that to come pay for an overpriced haircut from me. Is what someone would say it's overpriced, but to them it's worth it, right?
I'm gonna comment on what D. Smith just commented.
Go ahead.
At first, when I started doing hair a year ago, I didn't see the progress until I started getting the other barbers' clients, and they gave me the most confidence. They used to watch me and tell me no. I experienced the same thing when I started doing hair in Warner Robins. It was some heavy hitters in my little city. It was a small city, but you know all the main barbers. And I was getting their clients in my chair, and I'm like, I know for a fact your hairline is like this right now after I got done with your haircut, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Why are you still coming to me? But they tell me, hey man, like every time I try to book with so and so, man, he always cancel on me. Bro, the shop that they were going to, they had a VIP line, so somebody can come in. If your appointment's at 5 o'clock and somebody's walking at 4:58, you can pay the barber $100 and cut in front of everybody.
Oh, the skip.
Bro, I had clients like, bro, that's so ghetto. Like, I don't like that. I like getting an appointment with you and come to you.
I done did something. I done messed around and maybe that's just on my end what I see.
I think it is.
Okay. But with that being said, it is 11 o'clock, guys, and I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. I know Ward is chilling off. He off work for a month with that new baby. But we're going to get one last comment from my guy Rusty, who's turning 30-something, 33 on the... Nah, he said he was 40, about to be 40 on the 14th of December. Rusty says, right, guys, I'm going to go. I've taken some nuggets from you both tonight. Keep up the awesome work. And we're going to end it on that note. This is my guy, David Ward. David Ward, where can they find you at?
Instagram, D Ward Scissorhands.
All right, or... What's the other one? Fort Walton Barber.
Fort Walton Barber on Instagram.
So you can type in either or. Thank you so much for coming through tonight, bro. I really appreciate you jumping on this live with us. Man, come back anytime you want to, bro. I got you. Just say the word and I'll bring you on, bro.
Should have put my cash app in here, man. I'll take donations.
Yeah. How can I get you up out of here real quick? But yeah, you guys, thank you all for joining in with us for this live tonight. We were on for a couple hours. Did not expect it to go another couple hours. Another night that's 2 hours.
Bro, we can do this all
but
night.
but we really could do this all night. And yeah, so thank you guys. Anthony, all right, my boy. Everybody that's still in here, thank you guys once again. And I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow night. Or I might just drop a video. But yeah, probably tomorrow night. But all right, Q. All right, Luda. I love you guys. Have a great night. Peace.